Welcome back to another reading with a healing feeling tonight. There is a journey forming for you, one that you haven't planned, but one that your soul has been craving. If you've been restless, bored, or feeling like life is too predictable, then this reading is most likely for you. Okay, so if you haven't been to this channel before, just know that this is a collective reading, so it's a general reading and not everything will always resonate with everyone, but that's okay. Just take what resonates and leave what does not. You know you best. And if this reading does resonate with you whatsoever, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel as it really does help me out a lot, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and get started with this reading. So, what inner desire is currently pushing the collective to explore more? And we're going to start with the Oracle deck to answer that. You got wisdom. You're currently in a time when you're seeking. You are seeking wisdom in new experiences. Oftentimes, when we travel, when we open ourselves to new possibilities, when we challenge ourselves, it breeds enlightenment and it breeds just like a higher knowledge and wisdom in life. And I think that this is what your soul is currently craving. It's what is pushing you to explore further. Now, let's find out. What is it that's going to show up for you? There's an energy here that is making me feel like some kind of adventure is going to come out for you. And I want to know what that's going to be. Persecution and Inquisition. That's a strange card to get. Okay, let's pull a tarot to clarify that. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. So these cards read together are telling me what is showing up out of nowhere for you. It seems like you've been persecuted in the past, in a sense, and that word can mean a lot of different things. You could have been gossiped about, slandered. You could have been unjustly treated. And because the Wheel of Fortune is clarifying this card, I see that you are now focusing on yourself. And you're now in a place where you want to develop a self-sufficient and powerful version of yourself. And you don't want to be put in a situation where you'll have people doing you wrong, in which case you're divinely being led by fate to go somewhere, do something. Perhaps a trip is going to show up, perhaps a person, perhaps a new challenge. Let's see what that's going to be using the tarot. And I will split the deck for this. Pull these two cards. So you have the Tower and the Five of Cups. It looks like you're going to be totally pulled out of your comfort zone. You may, yeah, sorry about that. So what I'm seeing here is someone who's looking back on the past with some sense of grievance, but the future is waiting for them. And the future for them is in a situation where they are exploring something totally out of their comfort zone, okay? So let's see if we can get any more specifics. We'll split this deck. Lessons and blessings. Okay, I'm still not getting the clarity I wanted about the question I asked. I asked, what shows up out of nowhere? Could it be that a lesson or a blessing is what is showing up out of nowhere for the collective? How does that relate to this adventure that I'm seeing them going on? We're seeing a lesson being taught to you by another person. Okay, and so this could be kind of like a metaphorical adventure that you're going on. Is this journey with this person? Someone's coming into your life or is already in your life to teach you a lesson and to bless you. Now, what hidden strength or talent surfaces from this lesson? Let's pull a tarot card for that. You got the Seven of Pentacles. So with the Seven of Pentacles, I see you learning and growing and gaining the strength to make things happen for yourself. Maybe you've relied on people a lot in the past, and maybe not. Maybe you've always been the type of person who felt the need to stay quiet and rely on only themselves because of trauma that you went through. But one way or another, you're going to be learning how to find that hidden strength and talent of self-sufficiency, of self-reliance, of self-trust, of being able to trust yourself and your intuition and your decisions. Okay? Now let's pull another oracle card here. You got Orphan. And Trees. Okay, so with the Orphan card, I do see that many of you in this collective may have actually been someone who was alone and who had to deal with things alone without the help of other people. And that confirms what I was saying earlier in the fact that you're going to be able to trust in yourself. You're not going to have to worry about constantly wondering if you're going to make it, because you're going to have the confidence to know that you will make it, and you will see the fruits of your labor, and you will see results for everything that you put in. You're going to be gaining so much confidence, and this is one of the lessons, and this is one of the strengths that you're going to gain from this experience. So with Trees, I'd like to get a little bit more clarity as well. You have the Three of Swords. So this is saying to me that perhaps you've been feeling really down and you haven't been able to get out as much as you would like. And spend time in nature. And that's a very straightforward way of reading this, but nature does actually provide us with a lot of wisdom as well as peace and joy and other things. It may be cold where you are, who knows? But beyond that, I want to focus on the fact that I did say that nature provides wisdom. A lot of trees are older than several generations of people, and they hold that wisdom. And just being around them, it's easy to soak in that energy. And the sunlight heals, because you can see the sunlight through this tree. So potentially you're experiencing some discomfort and some seasonal affective issues, and or just general upset over something that's been going on in your life, something which being out in nature more often is likely able to fix. So we were talking earlier about how I foresee a trip for you, how I foresee a journey for you, something where you're seeking wisdom. I foresee that this is going to be outdoors. Okay? Wherever it is that you're going, whatever it is that you're doing, it's going to be somewhere that's outdoors. Now, I want to know, let's see, let me take a look at these cards for a second. What's my next question going to be? I want to ask, what fear, limiting belief, or anything like that gets left behind on this journey of yours? We're going to pull a tarot. Actually, I'm going to split the deck because I feel it's necessary. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's pull one more. And we have the King of Pentacles. Wow. So I'm seeing that whatever this person and your journey that you're going to be taking, whether this is going to be a literal journey or a personal journey with another person, or both, it could very likely be both. Maybe you're meeting someone when you go somewhere out of your norm. A limiting belief that you're going to be learning how to deal with is you're going to be seeing a lot less of a lack mentality in your life, because we have the Knight of Pentacles bringing in material wealth. We have the King of Pentacles securing material wealth. So I see that you're going to be learning how to be secure in your material life. So not only are you going to have less limiting beliefs about how currency operates in your life, but you're also going to find solutions. This person that we talked about earlier could very well be a mentor that teaches you how to make money work for you, or something else of that nature is what I'm getting with these cards right now. Okay? What else? Is there anything else I need to know about what fears or limiting beliefs you're dropping? And you have the Nine of Wands. You're also going to be dropping the fear of constantly feeling the need to guard yourself and put up walls because you're afraid that you're going to get hurt. And this is a very deep reading so far, guys. Like, this may not resonate with everyone, but for those of you who it does resonate with the Orphan card and some of the aforementioned statements about the things that you may have gone through, a lot of us may be very guarded about who we let in, what we let into our lives, and put up walls in order to protect ourselves. And we are currently in the Sagittarius season as of this reading, even though it is a timeless reading. But I think that information is pertinent because Sagittarius energy is free, it's honest, and this person will likely be teaching you to embody those qualities more in your life. Okay? So I want to get some specific information about whether or not you will be traveling somewhere. Let's pull an oracle card. Split. You have the arts. And one more. You have spirituality and religion. It's likely if you do travel somewhere, it's going to be somewhere with history, is something I'm getting with both of these oracle cards. Like, for example, some places in Greece, some places in Italy if you've always wanted to go. Ireland's also full of history. You have Peru that's full of history. You have places like, just generally, like, I'm just saying that, like, places like the US, Canada, maybe a few other places. I don't want to be ruffling any feathers here. Other than, obviously, Native history, there's not too much history going very far back. So I'm seeing that wherever it is that you are going to travel, if you are going to travel, it's going to be somewhere that brings out your artistic side, because you have art to appreciate in the form of architecture, music, literal artworks. Maybe you'll be going to museums. And these are going to be, I see a lot of you going to places where there's likely to be beautiful churches or beautiful cathedrals, or if not, then places that hold very deep spiritual significance to some type of culture or any type of culture. Okay? Now, if this is a literal journey, I want to know more about it. You have a Seven of Swords and the Fool. Okay. So this is definitely going to be some type of journey where you are packing your bags and you are going somewhere, okay? And it's going to be likely a new place that you haven't been to before. Be careful when you're traveling. And I want to know more about this other journey that we talked about with this person who's teaching you a lesson and blessings. Let's pull an oracle card. Atlantis. So what this person is essentially, there's someone, and look out for this person in your life, or look out for them, whether they're in your life already or whether you're about to meet them. But this is someone so unique and so out of the norm from most people, which is why you're going to gain wisdom from them. This is someone who is like also rich with history, not only in the way that they study, but in many different ways. They may be very well versed on history, on methods of accumulating wealth, on methods of self-improvement and self-empowerment. And they're someone that normally might keep these things hidden from others. But for some reason, I feel like this person will be opening up to you. Okay? So let's ask a couple more questions and close out the reading. I would like to know, how do you return different or wiser or more alive from this journey that you're going to be taking, whether this is a lesson from a person or a literal journey? How are you going to return different? And you have the Chariot as well as the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, guys, you are going to become someone who is able to juggle their material world in a much easier fashion. And this doesn't only mean money, but it definitely can include money. This could be anything that involves material things in your life. You're going to be someone that knows how to take care of things, someone that knows how to appreciate what they have and knows how to create more out of what they already have. And I feel like this is really going to become something new for you if you're not already someone like this. With the Chariot, I'd like to get a bit more clarity, so I'm going to pull an oracle card here. You have the Chariot and ships. Okay, so ships also indicate travel, and so does the Chariot. So you're getting really strong energy here about a journey, which we already know that you're going to be going on. But the question was, how do you return different? And how do these cards relate to that? You're going to become someone well-traveled, whether that's literally or whether that's mentally and spiritually, or both. You're going to become someone who's a quicker thinker, a more responsible manager of your assets, and generally someone who knows where they're going in life. That's exactly what this is telling me. You're going to become someone with a sense of navigation within life, a sense of direction in life. Okay? So if you don't already have a complete plan, which most of us don't, you are going to become someone with a bigger sense of direction in life. Now I'm going to ask one more question and close out this reading. Let's see. What is the magic or blessing waiting at the destination? What is the magic or blessing waiting at the destination? What gift does this adventure deliver to your life? The Hierophant. Respect from others, a sense of self-mastery, a sense of commitment to what you hold dear. Any final messages? High Priest or Priestess with the Hierophant. You're also going to become spiritually blessed. This might become a journey that you take that is going to leave you feeling awakened or give you faith and hope that you didn't have before. Wow, guys. Okay, I feel like this is unfinished even though it's getting a bit long, so let me see if I can pull anything else, any other important information that we need to know about this journey or journeys. The Ace of Swords. Aces mean beginnings, so this is the start of something new for you. And swords also talk about clarity, communication. This particular one talks about victory. And I want to take a closer look at this card because this isn't your regular Rider-Waite. She is gently holding the sword up. You are going to become someone who is victorious, but you're also going to learn how humility is just as important in the equation. And lastly, I do feel like communication about this is coming very quickly with the Ace of Swords, okay? Now, one more oracle card. Medicine man or woman. And another tarot card. Another ace. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it looks here like you're going to be offering someone help because of what you have learned. Or someone else is going to be offering you help in order to make these journeys possible for you. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope this reading resonated and helped some of you or all of you who watched it, but you know, I'll take what I can get. Thank you for another lovely reading. It was a joy reading for you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.